So Chelsea Gray is part of Team USA. And not only is she their starting point guard, from watching their games, she is their only point guard. The team genuinely does look better. And I'm going to say this, the team looks better with her on the floor than running the show because she's an actual point guard. Jackie Young's not a point guard. Sabrina Ionescu's not a point guard. But at the same time, I'm not even going to necessarily say bringing Chelsea Gray as their entirely might be the reason why they lose a medal. But Chelsea Gray is their only guard. And bringing her as anything other than an 11th or 12th player, as a we'll play her if we're stuck type player, bringing her as anything other than that, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to win doing that. But anyway, before we get on to it, thank you guys so much for 25,000 subscribers. Unbelievable, lads. Absolutely unbelievable. We hit 25.1k by the end of the day. That'd be insane. Either way, we've now got to look at it here. And when we're talking about the team, they did not look good against Germany. I don't care what anyone says. You might be saying, oh, they won by 27 points and they're 15-point favorites. Man, I don't know how they were 15-point favorites of beating Germany. To be fair, I think people thought Satu was going to be in shape. And Satu, I'm not joking, she didn't get back on defense about 3 times. She is severely out of shape. So Germany are terrible. Germany are probably the worst team in the Olympics, if not second worst. They're coming last in that group. They got Japan, Belgium, and the United States. Germany aren't winning a game. So yeah, it's good for morale to get a win against Germany, especially when Aja Wilson and Breanna Steward are playing well. And look, Chelsea Gray wasn't bad. The problem is she can't run. She can't run. That's not a knock on Chelsea Gray. She just can't run. She moves unbelievably slow. I mean this. Unbelievably slow. She can still pass the ball. For people saying she's the best passer in the world right now, no, she's not. Caitlin Clark's the best passer there's ever been. But up until that point, you could argue Chelsea Gray, they call her the point guard for a reason. Look, whatever injury she had last year was serious. She should not be playing basketball right now. This is you see it so many times. If you've ever heard the story of Axel Witsel. So he came back at way too early. I think it was after 4 months. He got some weird surgery for his Achilles injury. And it took him, he came back in 2021 for Belgium to play in the Euros. And the man could barely run. He genuinely could barely run. And he was done for a year afterwards. He came back way too early from an injury. And it screwed him. It absolutely screwed him. And his speed just was completely zapped. And that's what I think has happened to Chelsea Gray. As I think she's come back too early from an injury. I think she's now at the stage where she can probably play. I think she's at the stage where she's healthy enough to play, that she's not at the risk of re-injuring herself. But at the same time, she shouldn't be playing. Because whatever her injury is, I think if she took a full year out and came back for next season, she might be back close to 100%. But what she should be doing is rehabbing right now, and she's on the floor in the Olympics. And the big problem is she's going to have to play 20 minutes a game. She's going to have to play 20, 25 minutes a game. She's just not good enough. She's just not good enough right now. Even if you don't want to bring Caitlin Clark, bring Natasha Cloud. If you bring Natasha Cloud, you're good, because then at least you can say, okay, Chelsea Gray is a good safe set of hands. Chelsea Gray is somebody that can pass the ball. You can put her on in the final. You know that's not going to be too big a situation for her. You know she's going to at least be good. But she's our 11th or 12th man. She doesn't have to play every game. We've got Natasha Cloud running the point. And then we got Sabrina, who can play there sometimes. But in the big games, look, Chelsea Gray, yeah, you're playing 20 minutes. Cool. That makes sense. But now the issue is that they're in a they're going to win probably without her. The problem is that they don't look as good without her because they don't have a point guard. And their worst player is their point guard. That's the big flaw. That is a massive, massive flaw when it comes to Chelsea Gray and being on that team. And it's not even necessarily her problem. It is a selection committee. It is Cheryl Reeve and a selection committee picking a team based on, for lack of a better word, politics. You might be saying, oh, but what if they brought Enrique instead of her? Enrique doesn't fix anything. Adding Enrique for Chelsea Gray gives you a seventh shoot-first shooting guard. But Chelsea Gray, pass-first point guard. If they lose a medal, that is the decision that will come down to. I get Brittany Griner. He's depending on who you're playing. I think in the last Olympics final, she had 30. Like, depending on who you're playing, Brittany Griner for 15 minutes can be a game changer. She can be a game changer in a positive rate for 15 minutes. And she's coming off the bench. The problem is you've brought one point guard. I repeat, you have brought one point guard. Like, when you went out with Jewel Lloyd running the point in the qualifiers, you almost lost to Belgium. You almost lost to Belgium with like your full team and Jewel Lloyd running point guard. And I'm sorry, even an unhealthy Jewel Lloyd might be better than Chelsea Gray right now. Say not an unhealthy Jewel Lloyd. Even an out-of-position Jewel Lloyd might be better than not healthy Chelsea Gray. And look, I think that I would say there is a 75% chance that America win both golds. I've said that there's like a 12% chance that they win one and not the other, going either way, and then like a 1 or 2% chance they don't win both. They're still massive favourites for a reason. But the most important position, one of the most important positions, if not the most important position in basketball, is the point guard position. And just repeat the words point guard over and over and over again. But I'm sorry. It's like if you would have brought, there are so many situations where it's like you could have brought other players. And it doesn't even have to be about Caitlin Clark. Bring Skylar Diggins-Smith. Bring Natasha Cloud. Bring somebody. Just bring another point guard. Chelsea Gray being the only point guard, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue where one of the most important positions in basketball, you only bring one player in that position. And she's also, right now, the worst player on the team by quite a bit. And you might be saying, oh, but like Kelsey Plum's playing badly, Cal Copper's playing badly, or some other players playing badly. And I get that. But she is, in the grand scheme of things, the worst player because she is a point guard who can't run. So anyway, that is the video. Do I think they're going to win gold? Of course they are. But if they're not going to win gold, this is the mistake. Especially when you ever watch Belgium play, all they do is run up and down. And she's not going to be able to be on the floor against Belgium.